To check the measurement of your cable to your cable clamping screw, we're going to put it in first gear, take the cable out of the slot, pull the cable housing down. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch this in first gear, keep it in first gear so we have the cable out as far as it goes, and we're going to measure this. This has to be 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters from the end of the cable housing ferrule to the center of that clamping screw, and you can see we're just right where we should be, about 100 millimeters. If this has to be changed, you simply hold the back side of the cable clamping screw with a pair of pliers, a 10 millimeter wrench on this side for the nut, unscrew that about a turn, and then you can slide this cable clamping screw to a new position, measure the distance to get it to 100 millimeters, and then clamp it down again. Okay, once that's set for 100 millimeters, let's check it. 100 millimeters, right to there. If there's any little bends in this, you can actually straighten out the little bends with your fingers. That won't hurt the cable at all. Then we're going to use our 2 millimeter. We're going to put this back in here, into that slot for the cable housing again. So it sits up in there that way. Rotate this cassette pulley around, slide the clamping screw back in again, and then let this return. Okay, there's two little yellow dots here. To check and make sure that it's adjusted properly, shift this to gear number 4, and those two yellow dots there line right up. Okay, if there's any adjustment that has to be done, there's a little adjustment on the cable right as it goes into the twist grip shifter that will bring those perfectly in line. Okay, thanks. Go ahead. For the newer Nexus hubs, you have a slightly different cable ending, and I want to show you that this is slightly different than the other one in terms of a measurement. We take this off again by lifting that out. We're going to pull this now out of the shifter of the arm of the cassette pulley, and you'll notice now you have a different arrangement here where you have a bellows to keep the dust off the cable and a plastic insert there that fits back into this end of the shifter arm. The distance on this particular apparatus should be 127 millimeters or 12.7 centimeters, so it's right there. Again, if you need to adjust this, you clamp onto this with a pair of pliers, loosen this, move it to the new position, and then retighten it. To reinsert this back in where it belongs, you hold the cable down, get it to go back up inside that little end right there, like that. Put your 2 millimeter wrench in up here, rotate this cassette pulley around so that you can put this back in, right like that, and then let this come back to where it has to be. Check the two yellow lines with gear number 4. The two yellow lines line up pretty close. You can make a small adjustment on that with your adjuster right where the cable goes into the twist grip shifter and get those perfectly in line. Okay, done.